Hello, you crazy cats. It is the start of another week in the crazy world of cryptocurrency. What I want to do in this video is talk about what happens when the price of a coin goes up. And I don't just mean when the price of a coin goes up a little bit. I'm talking about when it moons and it shoots up really, really high. This is something that I was watching yesterday with Ravencoin. Now, I've got some Ravencoin. I've been mining it for a week or two. So when the price went up, obviously, you know, it was something that piqued my interest, should we say. But I was watching the price going up, but not just that, I was looking at the reactions of people in the Discord group and the reactions on Twitter. And it's quite interesting because when the price of a coin goes up, it doesn't just generate interest within the people that are buying and selling the coin that day or the people that have been mining it. It starts gathering a lot of attention from a lot of areas. And I saw a few people in the Discord group, you know, dropping by simply because they saw the price going up and they were interested in what was happening. And the same thing was happening on Twitter. You know, people were saying that they were seeing that the coin was going up in price and they were, okay, what's going on here? Now, normally, I see it, well, in fact, I think using the word normally is bad, but sometimes the coin goes up in price because of positive news. But if you remember my video a few weeks ago about Z Classic, 2 weeks ago according to YouTube, this one, an example of how unfounded rumours, I can't remember what was the title here, how unfounded rumours can influence the market. Okay, now what happened there was the price of Z Classic pretty much tripled in like 2 days, but all it came from was basically a fake Twitter account that was set up saying we're going to develop Z Classic. And when the official team come out and say, listen, there's no one developing this, the rumours are unfounded, the price dropped back down. So when the price of a coin goes up, you shouldn't just jump in. A lot of people do that, but you shouldn't just jump in. It's very tempting to do that because the FOMO kicks in, the fear of missing out kicks in, and you want to be there first, and you want to make sure that you don't miss out. But it pays to do your research even when, you know, the price is shooting up very, very quickly. You need to do your research so that you don't, you know, fall for those kind of rumours. What happened with Z Classic was people created a fake Twitter account. The price tripled in like 2 days. And when the official team come out and said, listen, these are all lies, you know, they're just rumours, the price went even, you know, it's dropped down lower than it was initially. So there's obviously a lot of people that caught up on that. You know, they got caught up in that and they've lost money, and that's why you need to be careful. So, you know, talking about Ravencoin, why did it moon for a day? Well, there are a few reasons. They released this kind of project timeline, this thing. I don't think that would have shot the price up that much, but it's good to see them adding this, you know, to give an example of what's going to happen. This is going to, you know, the project timeline will show you what's going to happen in the future as well. The white paper for Ravencoin is coming out on April the 3rd, so we should see a lot more interest in this, and you can see the tweet here. The roadmap and accompanying paper will be published on April 3rd. So we should see, you know, just from a speculative point of view, you should see the coin going up in price a little bit. Until then, at the very least, it shouldn't go down too much. But it should go up. And depending on what's on the white paper, it could go even higher. So there's maybe people, you know, speculating on that. But there was also positive news as well. For some reason, this isn't showing the tweet. But Nanex announced that they were supporting Ravencoin, and I'm speaking funny because this page is weird. What is going on with Twitter? I don't know, but this tweet, I'll overlay the correct picture so you guys can see it. Basically Nanex announced that they're supporting Ravencoin. They announced Ravencoin and another coin, 4 I think it's called. So now I actually tried Nanex, and you know, they don't have a lot of volume here just now, but Nanex, I was really it's a small exchange, and you know, normally that's, you know, that's something you should be concerned about, you know, as far as customer service and that goes. But I was pretty impressed by how it all worked, and you know, I bought a couple of Bitcoin private coins there. I was really impressed by the speed of it all. So it's good news that Ravencoin is being sold there now. If you look on CoinMarketCap, you can see it's at CryptoBridge. That's where most of the volume is still, because Nanex has only been announced a day or so. I don't think it's even as long as a day. But if you look here, so this is the chart. If I go down to a day, you can see yesterday, in fact, if I go to 7 days, you can see that the price really shot up over the last day or so. You can see here, this Satoshi value, 363. It was a way up at 440, 450 at one point. So, yeah, 450. So the price did increase quite a significant amount. It was up by like 25% at one point. But again, you need to do your research. I was looking at the Discord group and I was looking at Twitter, and there was a lot of people just asking about what was happening, and that's a good thing. That's what you should be doing. But on Twitter, it is pretty apparent there's a lot of people who just started buying the coins because they went, oh, it's shooting up in price, and they just bought the coins. I think that's dangerous to do that, but I think it is good to, when a coin goes up in price, it's worth doing some searching. Okay, what's happened? What's the news? What's happening? Because in this instance, you've got the roadmap coming out, and you've got the white paper coming, and you had the news of it being added to another exchange. And there was some large volume trading yesterday on CryptoBridge because of that. A lot of people were spending a lot of money. The trading volume was pretty high. But don't get caught up in this, don't get caught up in with the crowd. Don't get caught up in the herd where you see a price, the price of a coin going up, and you just jump in and you spend some money on it. It always pays to do your research. You might get lucky. You might pick a coin and it shoots up, and then you've made a huge amount of money. But for the sake of doing a little bit of research for 30 minutes or an hour, try and find some news about it. Try and see facts and not rumours. Try and do that. So I don't have an overall point in this video. I just thought I'd talk about this today because I think it's quite interesting, and I think what happened yesterday is a good example of what happens in the market when a coin moons. The smart people will do the research and they'll find out that the white paper's coming, it's been added to an exchange, but there's a lot of people that just jump on the bandwagon, and I don't think they've actually lost out anyone who did that yesterday. But again, as I said last time when I did this video about Z Classic, you need to be careful. You really do need to be careful because people will do everything they can to manipulate the market. So you do your homework. Thanks for watching, guys. I'd love to hear your view on this, and I'll speak to you all in the next one. Take care.